everyone, this is Renelyn Candelario, and for today, we're going to demonstrate on how to insert a nasogastric tube. So why do we need to insert a nasogastric tube? The reason behind is so that our patient can get intakes, may it be food or water, into her stomach, because any patient that is diagnosed with gastrointestinal complications cannot intake foods or beverages with the mouth only. And also, in putting on a nasogastric tube, we can also get gastrointestinal contents. So the materials that we're going to use are the gloves, the glass of water, the emesis basin, the linen protector, the disposable bag. So because of supply limitation, I improvise other supplies, such as the lubricating gel, which is improvised with a petroleum jelly, the flashlight, which is improvised with a phone, the steri strips, which is improvised by a micropore, the blue litmus strip, which is improvised by a colored paper, the catheter tip door, which is improvised by a 3.0 syringe, a drainage bag, which is improvised by a plastic bag, and the nasogastric tube, which is improvised by a nebulizer tube. So before going to the working area, I made sure to wash my hands and sanitize it. So now, I'm going to wear my gloves. Good day, ma'am. This is Redilyn Candelario, your nurse attendant. What is your name and birthday again?
Magamay, March 28.
So, ma'am, today I'm going to insert a nasogastric tube on you. Is that okay with you, ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, did you have any nasal surgery before?
No.
What about difficulty in breathing?
No.
So, ma'am, may you please blow your nose so that we can remove any obstruction in inserting the nasogastric tube. So now, ma'am, I will examine your nose. And next is I will measure on how long will we insert the tube. So in measuring the tube, we should do it like this, and then here up to your xiphoid process. So the measure is on this part. Then this will be the length that we will enter into your nose. So before putting the nasogastric tube, we need to put a clean linen on our patient so that when there may be discharge, it cannot dirt the rest of our patient. So before inserting the tube, we need to lubricate it. The reason for lubricating the tube is so that it will enter smoothly in the nose of our patient. So after lubricating the end of the nasogastric tube, we will now insert it. So we'll remember that in inserting it, it should always go like this. So let's insert it. So when we feel a restriction, we now turn it into 180 degrees because we already reached the nasopharynx part. After turning it, we should continue to insert it. Until we reach the marked area. So we need to remember that while we are securing our nasogastric tube, we still need to wear our gloves. I'm so sorry that I removed my gloves because it is sticking to the thing that we are going to secure our nasogastric tube, because this is just an improvised one. So to be able to check whether we already placed the tube in the stomach of our patient, we need to check it using the catheter tip door. We need to aspirate it and we need to get some fluid in it. So let's imagine that we already have a fluid. So the next thing is we need to get our litmus and we need to test the pH of the thing that we get in the stomach of our patient. So let's imagine that the filter paper turned into red. So the nasogastric tube is already in its right place. So another thing is we need to insuflate the patient. And then we will auscultate. So the last thing that we need to do is to insert the nasogastric tube into the drainage. So this tube is connected to our drainage, which is here, and then this is for the nasogastric tube. After the insertion of our nasogastric tube, we need to document all the necessary data, such as what is the size of the tube, what did we aspirate, and all the other necessary data. And after that, we need to remove our gloves, leave the area, wash our hands, and go back to our nurse's station.